Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 67 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. And yeah, we're really getting through this series now. This is episode number 67. You even heard, I was almost surprised that I've been through this many episodes. And I'm sure you guys are still enjoying it, hopefully as much as I am, because I'm absolutely loving it right now. For me, it can only get better from here as we get promotions, everything like that. Hopefully we'll do this season and we get to League One, and next season we'll be getting really close. I haven't got to this stage for a really long time when I've made YouTube videos, at least. I had saves in the past, older Football Manager games, and yeah, it's almost getting to that stage again. Like, I'm realizing it. Like, this is a season we could get promoted from League 2 and League 1, then you're only 2 leagues away and from the Premier League, and then just 1 division away from Championship. That's when things get really exciting. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and just Football Manager, the community as a whole, I think it's really coming along really well on YouTube and even on like Twitter. I find a lot of people like YouTubers by Twitter, which is a really good thing, and I like that. That's the way it's almost growing because of the creators. People who create Football Manager content share like other people's channels, everything like that. And on Twitter, like there's the like follow for follow kind of thing going on, and you find a lot of other YouTubers that way, which is really cool. And I like discovering new people making Football Manager videos. So even if you're a YouTuber yourself, just drop in the comments, and don't think, like, I'm not one, like, this is a situation where I kind of welcome that, and yeah, not really, I don't see it as advertising, because I actually want to see other content creators. It's almost inspiring for myself as well to get fresh ideas and that kind of stuff. Like, when I watch like new YouTubers like making Football Manager videos, like I get the feeling like when I started at the same time. So yeah, it's going really well, and it's just like this series. It's almost similar to that. Like, this series is going really well, and it's probably one of the best series I've ever done in my view. But I want to say that like after I completed it, but how it's coming along, I could almost see this 200 episodes. that would be crazy, and we get to the Premier League. That's what I want it to be like, to be honest. To me, this is the year I really want to achieve a lot with my series, and I should be doing that with this one. But hopefully you are enjoying it at the same time as much as I am playing it. But for this game, we have rotated a bit, but I am going to go to the schedule and show you the fixtures. I've added the attendances, which you can easily do. If you don't know, you just go insert column, and yeah, you can add. It's one of those, but it's not there anymore because yeah, I selected it, and you put goal scorers, everything like that. You want me to add goal scorers as well? Just add it there so you can see the goal scorers along with the I think maybe I can put it next to the results, and does that look alright? If you want me to set it up another way, just drop in the comments. But yeah, so you can see, and instead of me, well, maybe it would have suited a bit more when I would play some games off camera, but now I'm recording every single game. But it gives you reminders anyway of who scored during the game. So if you want me to continue on with that, that's all good. But if you talk about the attendances, as I know some of you guys want to see that, as I don't really show it too much, you can see they're kind of capped. Sometimes it reached the highest, like 3,725. And if I just go to the club for a second to show you what is happening in regards to that, the planned expansion of 1,490 seats is going to be completed in December of this year. So not too far away. So hopefully that should enhance that a bit. Because, yeah, you can see that at the capacity, we do get that fairly often. So there's obviously more fans that want to go to the match, but they can't really because of the capacity. So that's being increased, and obviously that will help with money coming in as well. But yeah, for this game, you know, we have an important game coming up next against Southend away from home, and they're top of the table. So that's really crucial. So even though it's a week away, so they should recover players, but I'm giving players some chances for match fitness at the same time. Like Jack Phillips, hopefully, I want him to have a run in the first team, but George Grant has been killing, but look at that, last 5 games, 8.16 rating, and 7.62 for the whole season. That's just unheard of. That's absolutely amazing. So yeah, a few new players into the team, like John Marquise, going to be getting his starting debut. Hopefully he can do something, and he'll be on target man attack, even though he's better on support. But yeah, our wingers are on support as well. We need an attacking player on the attacking duty, and hopefully, yeah, we can go on to win this game against AFC Wimbledon. So guys, there was something interesting actually you might have noticed with the starting team. Only Marcus Harness, who scored 4 goals this season, he's the only player out of the starting 11 today who scored a goal for us this season. So a lot of changes of players that haven't played too much or just, hasn't scored. So we'll see if that will be changed. Or Harness, will he just score? No idea. We'll find out. Now, Pearson with the throw-in. Harness. Harness is a really good player, so it was tough on him not to be a starting player really at the start of the season, but because of injuries, he's getting a chance. Because he was decent last season. He just put in solid performance. But now O'Driscoll to Marquise. He tried to play to that man Harness, but it wasn't really a good ball. But he's going to get it now. And Phillips, of course, he's a legend of FC United. Pearson, McHale, Harness does it again, and he's still the only man to score out of the starting 11 today. So, very nice finish. It was a very good chance to create as well, as we're going to see the highlights in 3D now. Pearson, when he gets forward, he gets that cross in very dangerously, far post. McHale got the head. That was smart, actually, by McHale. And he ended up in the back of the net like the ball did. Now, Pearson, see, a lot starts with Pearson with his throw-ins, I'm really noticing. Because here's another highlight. Marquise. Can he create? He finds Harness. Oh, McHale's in space. He is not going to miss that. And that's his first goal of the season. AFC Wimbledon, they're not going to be happy at all, aren't they? But look at that Marquise, that composure. That's his experience. And Harness right away. Oh, McHale, who was near him? He couldn't miss that. The goalkeeper was out of position. No one was marking him. He's not going to miss. And Harness and McHale are having a day out. Both have goaled and assisted. Okay, highlight just before halftime. Could we finish off this game? Kieran Richardson on. Come on, finish. Harness goes so close. Wow, that really should have been 3-0 to finish off this great half. Really. AFC Wimbledon actually have had 6 shots off target. Not really, taking their chances. They haven't had too many. And again, I don't know the official word behind this. Does anyone know? Like the morale, like a lot of the time when you're performing really well, the morale of the bench players, most of them anyway, go up to superb. But how come the players on the pitch don't actually? I've always found that a bit interesting. But I'm still going to say I'm pleased with that performance. Hopefully it boosts a little bit then. But yes, Marcus Harness and McHale, they're pretty equal. Even though the rating is better for Harness, who's probably a bit of a better player. So he's probably made a few more passes effectively. But yeah, both have been really good. Also, O'Driscoll in midfield, and that's not aided by an assist or a goal. That's 7.2, so he's just passing well, having a good game. So Jack Phillips, again, would love Jack Phillips to play more regularly, but you can't really deny George Grant. It's hit that 60-minute mark now, so I think we'll make a couple of changes. I'm looking at John Marquise. Hasn't really done too much, just getting that match fitness into him, which is okay. Jane Gordon, will drop him back again to a defensive forward. We're playing him and training him in that role, so I want to play him consistently so he can only get better instead of rotating between like defensive forward and target man for him. Marcus Harness, 70% condition. There's a couple with lower conditions like Aaron O'Driscoll. I think we may take him off, and we could be a bit more responsible here. Because we have got a good lead. You don't know. Sometimes things can change in Football Manager. We'll play with 2 defensive midfielders now. Craig Eastman. What are we going to play him? He's ball in midfielder. Play him, ball in midfielder. But I think Lewis Foreman, he's better defensive midfielder. So we'll go those 2 together. And then Jack Phillips will just put as a central midfielder on support. So a bit more defensive for him. And I think that's a good setup. I'm wondering about Marcus Harness and McHale. Can they both play like left and right midfields? That might actually work out. Harness, right midfields, and then McHale, left midfields. We may not score, because, going a bit more defensive now. But, and even, we'll go counter. We'll go counter, and we'll go a higher tempo if we're going to play a counter style, and play out of defense. We'll take that off, and we'll just sit slightly deeper, and we'll be a bit more direct, and we'll exploit the left flank and right flank, which means the width will go a bit more wider now, but we'll be more disciplined defensively. And I thought we might as well just adjust that a little bit. I could have left it how it is, and we probably still would end up winning, but probably now I'm going to concede a goal. What's the odds of that happening? We'll find out. So we are actually playing out this game fairly well with those changes, trying to prevent AFC Wimbledon scoring. Getting a clean sheet would be great confidence. Niall Mason, he's had a great game, but 59% condition. If we still want to use him, we'll take him off, bring on David Stevens. And look at that 4, like with the defensive midfielders. and the centre backs. There's like 4 defensive players there. It's a really big block to break through. Okay, throw in here. This could make things interesting. A goal either way, so we'll have to see. And I want to see how this defense works like that with the 2 defensive midfielders as well. Can they find the breakthrough? They almost did through a cross as well, but it was really well defended. Now, heading into injury time, there's only the 1 minute added. Holding on really well for that clean sheet. Maybe if we did stay how we were, maybe we would have conceded. But sure, we could have scored another goal, but I'm pretty happy to put in another good defensive performance. Maybe they could have scored 1, but that was a good win for us, lads. Some notable performances. Obviously, Harness was killer, but also Dominic McHale, who technically did the same if you look at it that way. But Jack Phillips... It's the same old Jack Phillips, isn't it? It's some of the old tricks on Jack Phillips. I just want to see what he did in this game. Like, yeah, excellent performance. He did not much wrong that I saw during the game for sure. Again, just playing a lot of passes, just nothing out of the ordinary. Really, you see that as well. Mistakes, which is not the best thing to see. Who didn't make a mistake? John Marquise didn't make a mistake for the whole game. That was decent. Marcus Harness didn't make a mistake. He was on for the whole game. Just that's another reason why you see Dominic McHale made 3. Just a bit more inexperienced, not as good. But yeah, Harness, a faultless game, you would have to say. And also a really good result for us because Hartlepool ended up beating Southend 2-1. That's very good. Thomas scored twice. Is he decent? Where's Thomas? He's not terrible, actually. He's a bit experienced. I probably wouldn't sign him. But if we go to the overview now, that would mean we're top of the table. And Southend dropped down. But I'd like to think maybe they can get at least a draw, hopefully a win, because I want to be top of the table clash. That's what I was intending that game to be, but I don't mind if we're top. That's good. I'm all happy with that, and the difference between us and a playoff position now, I'm really happy with, because, we do want that automatic promotion place, 6 points difference, and hopefully we can continue to work on the goal difference. We still have 8, which is not so bad, but want to continue to work on that and improve it. And I'd love to finish first, of course. But yeah, the goal is to finish top 3, get that automatic promotion. Doesn't really matter where we finish, just make sure we do. It's also a big day today as well. FA Cup first round draw. Could this be the season we go on an FA Cup run? We will have to see. There's 90 teams to draw, so there's some decent names there. Was Bolton... there's no one, I think it's still just a few Football League teams, like maybe League 1, League 2, the highest. So, either way, we'll draw teams. There's too many to draw individually. We draw a good team, like a beatable team, like Altrincham. I remember probably playing against them when we were lower in the divisions. But, where are they? Are they a good team? I can't even remember when we played against them, if they were good. They're in the Vanarama Conference and they're 24th. So that's pretty decent. Their form should be terrible. Morale should be terrible. Well, they've got a guy that scored 4 times in 8. He's on loan. Big Dan. I say big, and he's 173 centimeters. But anyway, it doesn't look that good. That's like almost a free pass into the next round, which is good. We still have to get the job done, of course. It is still away from home. But I really think... It's funny, like, we used to be a semi-pro team, so when you see, like, with the draw pitting a semi-pro outfit at home to a bigger team in the Red Rebels, it makes me feel good how I've grown the team, because we were the same level as them, and I've improved that. I've improved FC United, so as I've said already, regardless what happens in this save from now, it will be an achievement. Like, if I get sacked from here, but it doesn't look like I will get sacked, but if I were to, for some crazy reason, it will still be an achievement. But obviously you want to achieve a bit more, but I have improved the club. That is already a fact. That cannot be changed unless I get a couple relegations in a row. So guys, Southend did actually win that game against Stevenage 4-2, which in a way it was a result I want, so it can be that top of the table clash, even though they overtook us from top position, which you're never really going to be happy about. I just want it like for a good video. That will probably be the title now, top of the table clash. And hopefully we will be able to beat them. But that's what I want to do as well. I want to beat them and take that position back. Show we are the better team, even playing away from home. So here we are for this big game now. And actually the FA Cup game that we got drawn against Altrincham, we're going to play in the next game. I didn't intend for that to happen. I didn't know the FA Cup draw was coming. So that's all good. because we could potentially advance in that as well. And yeah, it'd be pretty successful, I'd like to think. But yeah, this game is really, really important. Brought a lot of the bigger players in. Was wondering, like Simon Thompson, he's almost back from his injury. Graham Burke, who's back, he just needs... he needs match sharpness now. I'm actually going to make a late decision here. This is a very, very late decision. I'm going to bring him in for Jane Gordon in this big game because he really showed a lot of signs in that false 9 role for me. So hopefully, before he got that little injury, let's see what he can do. How did that injury affect him? He didn't really go down. He's got good natural fitness as well. He's a well-rounded player. He can create and score himself. So hopefully he can show that today. It's weird. Like, I wasn't planning starting him until I saw that. Jack Stanley coming back in as well. Both him and George Grant. Like, as much as I like Jack Phillips and like what he's done for the team and O'Driscoll, how consistent they've been, they've just, like, Stanley and Grant have just been better. Like, last 5 games, at least 8 rating from them both on average. Just, yeah, super performances. So we have to really be playing them. Mickey Demetriou back to the inverted wingback. We changed it because Kieran Richardson was playing. But, yeah, back now. And we will proceed to the match. So this has been a bit of a quiet half. This is the first highlight. And you can see kind of from the stats as well, not too many shots. No team actually has had one on target. But one could come now. They get in the cross. And it's a goal. Not too surprising there. Graham Miller, I was going to talk about him almost. Like, he's a really good player. He hasn't got amazing technical attributes, but he's got technique is good and first touch. Finishing's only 10. But yeah, he's on loan from Leeds. Seems to have high potential as well. Bit disappointed for their goal. Like, for us to concede a goal against this best team in the league, apart from us, to concede it from a cross is really annoying. And I'm disappointed we can't prevent it. You can't really just use the excuse, but there was a man there as well. The cross was just really good. It was perfect for him. Okay, we need to get this goal back. More. Get the cross in. No, Madison. Come on, Burke. I started you for a reason. You had to finish that. That was a key opportunity. Now we've got that was a clear-cut chance, really. Had to put it home. Maybe that little risk I took with starting him. Maybe disappointed there, but you don't know if another striker we would have played would have been in that position because he would have been playing a different role. So, yeah, that may not even come about. We will never know. That is the key thing. So we'll go, I'm going to say aggressively. Show me something else. Not good enough. Okay, throw in here. We defended early, but Stanley does really well 2 times there. Now, Burke, can he do something better on this occasion? He puts it in. Eastman now. Can we take the shot or find Stanley? Grant goes all the way to Demetriou. It's going to work out. What a passing goal. It's Marcus Madison. Very, very well-worked team goal. That wasn't Grant. Was that a tackle? But either way, it found its way to Demetriou. That was a really good pass. Again, utilising his right foot. I feel if he was left-footed there, that defender was in a good position to defend it and maybe get in the way. So, yeah, that right foot is coming in very handy for Mickey Demetriou and for us. So I think this is a good time in the game to make a change. I don't think we should make too many changes for this game at this point anyway. Graham Burke, we're going to take him off and bring on Jane Gordon, especially for the role as well. I think at this point in the game, a defensive forward on support will be important to bring on, I think. That will be wise. And maybe Marcus Harness. See, the problem is now we don't have an amazing winger to bring on. That's the only concern. I still like Dom McKay. He's not that level, so I think I will just leave it. Especially week break in between the next game, the FA Cup game. We don't need to be taking players off just because of condition. Okay, there is a highlight. Let's see if it may work. Jane Gordon hasn't scored too many goals this season. That's his 4th now. He's been a bit inconsistent, but then he comes up and scores in the top of the table clash. So there you go. Good ball by Eastman as well, knowing Gordon, because he has that pace. And that was really good, hitting it across the goalkeeper. Maybe wasn't expecting that. Oh, hell, I wasn't expecting it. A guy who watches him in training all the time. Well, if it was real life, if I was the manager seeing him in training, yeah. But anyway, now, this is where we can make another change now. It just depends. Who is it going to be? Niall Mason, I think we have to leave him on. I think... See, this is really set up well, counter. I don't mind just continuing to play like this. But I think now we can take off Harness and we'll bring on McHale and we'll do the same thing like we did. We'll drop, but not on wide midfielder role. Yeah, just winger. winger on support. Same with Marcus Maddison, winger. Even though he's not the best, can he actually... he's only competent there. So, that might not work. But I think, he'll be good enough, and we should be able to hold strong. And I'll still leave it on counter, though. Yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with all the other positions, because we've played a strong game today. And arguably, away from home, we've been the better team. We've had more shots, clearer shots, even though, we've had 2 clicker chances to 1, but we've had 6 on target. So I think we've been more likely. We have looked more likely today, and we are going to get this result now, unless they score with this final highlight. When they usually don't, though. That was offside, as I said. We're going to get the victory here. What a massive win against Southend away from home as well. 2-1. That is massive. That is really good. Some good defensive performances as well from the fullbacks. Yeah, I'm proud. Really proud of that performance. Mickey Dimitriou was class, and now we go top. 3 points clear of second, and then that'll be 5 points clear of third. And then our difference between the playoff positions, again, like I talk about, that's exactly what I would want for, like, when the season started. This is the exact position I'd want to be in, and almost what you would expect us to be in, judging how we performed last season, our first season in League 2. Then you add on the signings and our players improving, the signings we made. Like Dimitriou, he's just one of them, and he shows that here today. So, it's where you could... Maybe not expected us, but you wouldn't have been surprised if we would be in this position. So, it's going smoothly right now. And it's really good to see how Mickey Dimitriou is training being reflected in the game, like the last game he played. And being 30 years old, it's good to see he's improving, or at least doing well physically. Obviously, like in training, like if you train well, you don't notice your pace is increasing, really. Maybe the fitness coaches would really notice that. I'm not really sure. The exact thing. But either way, he's training well and he's playing well, and he's a very good experience signing for us now. He's got 3 assists this season, 2 player of the matches, and he is proving like a very good signing. Also, another training update as we hit November now. Niall Mason, it's actually disappointing that he's not doing well in training. Okay, that's surprising. I don't think he's been terrible in games. He's had some nice games, like against AFC Wimbledon was alright last game. He only got 6.9, but he still won headers, a tackle. But maybe he needs to do a bit better in training, because he is that interesting age where he could still improve as a player, 23. And he's got a bit of potential in him, that 1 star to grow into. He's got potential to be a good League 1 central defender. He could turn into that player to help us get to the championship. So, that's big. And I do have Matthew Williamson still. Do you remember this guy? There's a couple of them I still have in the under-21s. They're just there because they're not on any wages. Him and David Quinn. If you remember those, you're very invested in this save and this series. But they're not on any money at all. Like, they're just non-contract. So it's like, I don't see the harm in keeping them. Who knows if they could keep improving, but I wouldn't expect them to be. Same like Kyle Gruno as well. Like, they're on no money, so I might as well, if we need that player in case we get a lot of injuries, they're just there. And Ryan Dicker, of course, we've never used him as a player. He is just the chief scout, and I wonder if he's been improving in attributes. I think he's always had that 11 ability and potential, which is not bad to judge off. For now, maybe we'll get someone better at a later date. But Matthew Williamson, I showed you him. Lewis Foreman. He's coming along so nicely, isn't he? He could be a superstar for us. Really, potential to be championship defensive midfielder. We've got a few players with that potential. And Alan Frowen, who's another one like that. So him, Alan Frowen and Simon Thompson also. So, that's like 3 with really high potential. So, Alan Frowen again, championship potential. 17 tackling, then he's really well-rounded, I would like to think. So there we go, Harness and George Grant. How good are they? They're both, Harness was the player of the month. You have to do well, Harness. He got 5 goals in 6 games. I'm just amazed, as you can tell by my reaction. I think it's amazing for him to beat out George Grant, but it's the goals he scored. That's why he wanted to get that place in the team. That's something massive I've noted. And Jack Stanley, second in the Young Player of the Month. He's showing some signs. And I get the, Manager of the Month. All fine and dandy. Really, win ratio 83%. Got the most manager points as well. So things are going smoothly for us, as you can see from the results as well. So guys, here we are for the third and final game of the episode. As you can see, we've been on some great form of late, and we're playing against Altrincham, who of course I already showed you they're in the conference, and they're not going so well at the minute. They're in 24th, and they've actually got a few suspensions on an injury as well. Callum Dyson, suspension to key players as well that have played a lot this season. So that's only going to make it easier for us. Jermaine Pennant is the manager as well. We're getting to the time in the save where a lot of real players would be becoming staff, like managers and other staff as well. So very interesting, but I'm still going to play a strong team. I don't want to go in with any risks or anything. And it's a good opportunity to play some players into form, like Graham Burke, because he's come back from that injury. And maybe someone like Noel Mason, who's not doing so well in training. I'm not really sure. But yeah, just a time to make sure we can put in a dominating performance. So let's go on into it. Now it's Grant with the ball. He finds Burke. To Madison now. Can he get it back to him? No, goes back to Grant actually. Now Stanley. Back to Grant. Burke. Feel something good here! And oh boy, it was good. Graham Burke. He hit that with some fury, and that was a great strike, wasn't it? There's so much power in that. And the goalkeeper stood absolutely no chance. Good to see it on 3D as well. Grant, he'll get the assist for that, just to increase his stats for the season. Whew, that was thunderous. Now we're just going to head into half-time. We scored that great goal, and we should be defending for the rest of the half. They did have one chance, really, but nothing too clear. Burke, could he finish? Oh, that was a bit disappointing. Maybe he was getting a bit excited. I'm not sure if that was a cross or a goal, or like a cross or a shot at goal. But yeah, either way, I'm just still loving that goal he scored. But guard against complacency. Don't think the job is done. I don't want to get too ahead of myself thinking we should smash this team. Just stay focused. Okay, it's Moore with the throw-in. Finds Harness. Now it's Grant on the ball. What is he going to do with it? He'll do something special. Like, oh yeah, look, that's a great ball. But Madison had no idea what to do with it. And it was intercepted, pretty much. They're going to have an opportunity here. Goalkeeper. Oh my god, this is what I said, boys. Dan and Landulu, if that's how you say his name. It started with Madison giving the ball away, and then Froen, no idea. He just ran away from him ever since. He wanted the ball, but Froen didn't. So guys, I've just been wondering, what's the next change we should make? And I don't know why the match stats are acting like a ghost. I've no idea. I'm not sure if you can tell that by the video, but match stats, we'll take them off and put it back on. Will that fix it? Match stats. There we go. There we go. No idea. They were just acting like a ghost for whatever reason. But we have to make a good change here. And I'm going to be pretty bold. It's going to be bold, but it's not going to be beautiful. We're going to take off Craig Eastman. And we'll bring on Janae Gordon. We'll play with two strikers right there. I think that's going to be the way to go. And Janae Gordon, we have to go target man. We're not going to have two support roles as striker. I'm not sure that would work. And wingers, we need to... yeah, this is no fun and games. No jokes about this. We need to be pushing forward and looking for a winner. We need to win the game still. That's the moral of the story right now, yeah. More direct passing, take play out of defense off. Come on, be more expressive. If we don't beat this team in 90 minutes, even though it's away from home, it's going to be a big disappointment. Okay, throw in here for more. Come on, let's create a chance here. Grant to Burke, to Gordon, to the goal. Looks like that worked. Looks like that worked. Obviously, you would expect it to. We are the better team. And Grant played that ball through to Burke, and then Burke had to, really make that good pass for Gordon to utilise his pace. I think we're really getting the best out of Gordon now. Our midfield players, and even Burke there, who's another striker, very creative with a goal and an assist today. We'll make some more changes here. But, they know to play those balls into him, in front of him, so he can utilise that pace he does have. If you're new to my videos, Gordon, new player we signed this season. He's got a bit of pace in him, and he can finish on his day. He's a good dribbler as well with 13, one of his better attributes. along with his pace. So he's pacey and can dribble and can finish. So yeah, that can be a dangerous mix. And unfortunately, Niall Mason, you probably notice, yeah, obviously the training not very good, but he hasn't got the best stamina or natural fitness. So you notice he normally has a lower condition than anyone else. It's just, yeah, that comes with him, I suppose. But yeah, not showing the best signs with not doing so well in training as well. But we're going to make an alteration. We shall take off Marcus Harness, and we're going to bring on Mikhail, and we'll just switch sides. Mikhail plays the left winger, and Madison will change to inside forward, as that will be a better role for him. And we'll still stay on attack. Like, I'll be looking for another goal, because we could still concede late, or just something ridiculous. So also, Mickey Dimitri is actually going to come off, and we'll bring on Kieran Richardson, and then we'll go as the wing back on attack. So we have to change that for him. And we do hold on to it. Throw in, and the referee should blow his whistle. And there you go, 2-1. Not the most convincing result at the end of the day, but possession was good. Clear shots was good. Like, shots on target for us, good chances. That was a good win still. And as you can see, we do get the result, but also Birmingham get the 3-0 victory over Stamford. It definitely was a struggle for them. So we'll go to the inbox. Any interesting information here? We do win. We get 18k. Pretty handy, because winning a FA Cup game. Just, yeah, question how far we will go now. When will the draw be? Yeah, just in a couple days. So we'll end the video on that. I think that will make some sense. So as we go into it, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. I enjoy recording this one very much so. We're playing some good football. And that really tells you maybe like 2 seasons is all we need to gain promotion from a division. Like first season to settle. Like we finished, you call settling. We finished 7th last season, made the playoffs. Unfortunately, lost in the first final, but yeah, like to consolidate in that division, then the next season you bring in some more players, then you're good enough. It takes, just 1 season in that division, then the next preseason you can bring in players good enough really to get promoted. I wonder if that will be the same in League One. I don't think we'll get consecutive promotions. League One will definitely be harder, but I think it could be almost the same thing. Do you think that could be a possibility again? And same in the Championship when we get to the Championship. Season of consolidating, and then obviously you could get some really good players there. I guess not to get too far ahead of myself, just got to really see how it pans out, but that could happen. And as you can see, a lot of games playing out right now. So now, guys, to finish the episode, we have the FA Cup second round draw. So we'll be very interested to see who we draw. Obviously, some bigger teams now in contention. But I'd like to think we could draw someone who we could potentially beat and get into the next round. So still 49 teams. We'll draw all of them. And it is. This could potentially be even an easier game. It's either Bognor Regis or Eastleigh. One's in the Vanarama Conference South and the other is in the Vanarama Conference. Maybe you think Eastleigh will win. But it's at home for us as well. Surely we'll... it could be. It could be where we get the favourable draws in the FA Cup. So we should be winning the next round as well. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped how far we're going to go in the FA Cup. So you see, Frowen again, Foster as well, will be away with Wales, which is good. That's going to be good for their development, of course. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Don't forget to smash that like button if you would like to see more. Subscribe if you're new to my videos as well, if you want to see some more FM videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the very next one.